I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Something crazy's happening. I did talk about this in my first videos. When I became a manager at World Savings and Loan, I was very unprofessional. I didn't speak well. I had a southern accent. Yeah, I non-political. I really didn't know how to dress well to fit into when you go into management, you're supposed to fit in, and they all knew how to dress. I did. So I decided I would go to modeling school. Not to become a model, but to learn how to walk, to learn how to dress, and they even taught you how to speak, how to act, in certain situations. It was extremely, I went for a year. It was very costly. It wasn't cheap, but you got a lot out of it. And I also got a portfolio, and I've shown you some of the pictures from the portfolio. So I got a portfolio out of it for the rest of my life. Now, maybe my grandkids will throw the pictures away because they don't know who that girl is, but it was me. It was me. I decided to improve myself. I would do this. And I did, and I enjoyed it. It showed you how to they showed you how to put makeup on. You know, what was the best look for you, what were the best colors, how to pick your style, all that stuff. You couldn't tell it now, okay? But when I was young, when I was in my 30s, I knew it. Not that I don't know it now, I just don't apply it. Anyway, so I, at the end, they put your portfolios out there, and Neiman Marcus picked me. And one other show picked me. It was a walk-on show. Anyway, so I got lucky. And because I was 35, and they liked my maturity, they liked my look. I was middle-aged, and they liked the look. It wasn't a slim. I was only not 105 pounds, so I wore a size 4. So I was slim, and I was tiny, but I was short. Always been short my whole life. I don't know. And anyway, they had business suits they wanted to sell, and they would do fashion shows on, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd floor. But they were idiots, guys. At least with me. Now, I didn't get paid anything, okay? But the first show I did was on a rant. It was this runway. And you know the runways are like 4 foot high, right? You do know that, right? And so you're out there in 4-inch heels. You know, you're supposed to be twirling and showing off the outfit. And so my first show, I twirled. I twirled right off the runway into the audience, landed on my heels. I did fall into the audience, but I didn't break anything. This is one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life. And I just got up, pretended like nothing happened, and walked towards the back of the runway. I didn't get back on the runway, couldn't. But I, walked right through the crowd, and they were clapping, It was hilarious. So I told my instructor I didn't want any more. That was a pretty bad experience. I said I was pretty terrible. When you twirl off the runway and you go 4 foot down in 4-inch heels, pretty bad. So I was limping. And then my second one, that one was worse. So I get there, and they looked at me. Now, mind you, they have my portfolio. They know what size I am. They know how much I weigh. They hand me, I'm a size 4, a size 12 suit. They tell me to pin it on. Pin it on. Now, as a mom, they're not paying me anything, okay? And I'm not the follow, okay, ma'am. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm like, this is too large. It's not going to look right. Don't you have my size? Well, Oh, they were so insulted. Just pin it. Just pin it on. So they had someone come and pin it in the back on. make it look halfway decent, right? And it has a jacket over it. So it's a suit, you know, a skirt, the blouse, and the jacket. So we we get out, and this is not a runway. We're just walking around the customers, and the microphone is, you know, you got some commenter explaining the outfit. So I get out there, and they're talking about this outfit, and then she tells me to take the jacket off to show the inside. How can I take the jacket off if it's all pinned up in the back? How does that work? No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. No, because I thought that was ridiculous. There was no way I could hide the back. You can slim that jacket over, but somebody's going to see that back. It was horrible. Oh, I wouldn't. And she just kept saying it, and she thought she could make me, and I wouldn't do it. And my instructor was there watching, because she wanted to know how bad I really was. I kept telling her I'm really bad. These people should not pick me. I get too nervous. I don't like people watching me while I'm walking or eating. You know, this was when I was younger. And I just said I'm really bad, so I shouldn't take any. Oh, yeah, because this is, you know, you're coming from our class, and you're going to provide, you know, advertisement for the school. No, it was bad advertisement. I did not give good advertisement for the school. I destroyed both shows. So these people got really mad at me. And they were chewing me out. Now, mind you, they're not paying me anything. Really, give me a break, people, okay? Give me a break. So my instructor heard it, and she did come and defend me. And she kind of chewed them out for giving me clothes that were 3 times bigger than me. You know, who does that? That you created a really bad scenario, and then you demand that she take the jacket off and show how poorly you run your company. So she and I together was not good. It was not good, but I never wanted to be a model. I wanted to learn how to do all this stuff. So modeling was not important. The young girls, I was with very young girls. Oh, I want to model. Good for you, take it. Go run with it. You know, but that wasn't my purpose at that point, and that wasn't why I was in school. I do love still having those pictures to show how young I was at 35. I was still being carded between 30 and 35. I think about 35 I stopped being carded. If I went in for drinks with friends, I was carded every time. They couldn't believe it. And I went to London, and this Bobby had no idea how old I was. I think he looked like 22 or 23. He thought I was like 19 and was asking me out. And my boyfriend was 40 and I was 30. And this guy said, oh, can't you get away from your father? Oh, it was madness. But anyway, I always looked really, really young when I was younger. Not anymore. I just thought I'd talk again tonight. You know, again. I'm trying to talk to you every day, almost every day, at least during the week, maybe not Saturdays and Sundays. I thought I'd tell you all about this. If you haven't gone through my videos, and there's over 1,000, then I don't mind telling some of my stories over again. All for all of you new people. And please share and like and comment. Sharing is great for me. It does help me get more views. I'll see you next time. I send you my love.